I'm Valerie Keeling.
I'm Latrice McDonough. Nice to meet you.
Nice to have you here. How was your drive in?
It was good. A little bit of traffic, but not too much.
That's good. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Latrice McDonough. I'm a criminology major, law and society, with a minor in communications and a concentration in criminal justice. I'm from King George, Virginia, and I want to go down the legal aspect of criminology. Maybe go after school. I want to go to law school. If not, be a paralegal aspect in that, or help you.
Very nice. So what skills or past experiences have you had that would help you in this field of work for being a probation officer?
Well, I've worked at homeless shelters with at-risk youth, as well as worked with youth in my neighborhood who may be going down that wrong path. So I just had to, working with at the homeless shelter as well as the neighborhood, just reel them in a little bit. Let them know that people are still there for them, they have someone to talk to, and that they don't need to go down the wrong path, and that they still have people to connect with.
What made you decide that you wanted to become a probation officer?
Well, I never really thought about it until I actually read the job description, and I seen that they work with youth. And I love youth, I have a nephew. It's just something that really interests me, like working with youth who are especially at risk. So, because I know people who are at risk youth, they feel like they don't have anyone to turn to. They feel like they have nothing left. They feel like they're at the bottom. So I want to be that person, not only as an official who can help them during their process of what's going on, but also that person who they can come to and communicate with about anything.
That's awesome. Where do you see yourself, like long term? Where do you see yourself with this company?
I see myself continue out as a probation officer, eventually maybe going, after I go to law school, opening up my own law firm, and maybe after that people who can also be a probation officer can also assist with that.
That's awesome. What are your weaknesses?
I feel as though my weaknesses would have to be communication to other people. I love to speak, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's just that I like to keep things within myself. So I think if I talked more to people and told them what I have to say, as well as like instead of keeping it inside, then that would also turn into a strength.
Would you find one of your strengths as being a good listener?
Yes, absolutely. I love to listen to what people say. I encode that listening process. I always take time. When someone's speaking to me, I always look them face to face, straight in the eye, just listen to what the message actually is.
That's awesome. It says here that you have, like you stated, you did a lot of volunteer work. Was there any situations during this volunteer work that maybe you could apply to this job? Anything that maybe made you nervous or anything that you can grow on?
I think what I could grow on would maybe be relating to them at that type of level, because I'm still in college, so I don't really have like the psychology part of the criminal aspect. You know, like when you're working with children, they're thinking a certain way, but you have to know why they're thinking a certain way. So maybe if I continue on throughout my career in college, learning about that sociology as well as physical psychology
okay.
aspect.
I understand.
Yes.
Awesome. If you could change two things maybe about being a probation officer, or maybe something that you could incorporate, maybe not just helping at-risk kids, maybe just adding a whole other aspect to it, what would you add?
I think we'll have to add like probation officers being on hand.
Mm-hmm.
On hand with maybe like elderly people as well as people who are our age, or even like younger people such as at youth, because I know probation officers, it's known that okay, they're just given a case and then after that case they check up on you, they don't. But I want it to be hands-on, like actually going out to that person that you're the probation officer for, get to knowing that person as well, even though there are a lot of cases, but get to know each caseload for that person and who they are.
That's nice. And is this something that you would incorporate down the line if you did open up your own law firm?
Yes, ma'am.
That's awesome. And why should we hire you?
I'm a hardworking, motivated, and dedicated individual. I will bring forth excellent communication skills, work with each and every at-risk youth, and make them feel as they're one, as they're whole, and make them feel like they have someone who they can connect with.
Okay, and I just remembered the question I wanted to ask you. Have you ever been in a situation where you have needed your own probation officer?
Is that going to reflect any information as into like the status of getting hired?
Oh, no, it won't. I'm just curious.
Okay.
Well, you sound very qualified, and you are a great speaker, and we would love to look into your resume more and hopefully give you a call back soon.
Excellent.
All right?
Thank you.
It was great meeting you.
It was great meeting you too. Have a great day.
You too.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you? I'm Valerie.
I'm Latrice. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So how was traffic today?
Traffic wasn't bad. It was a very nice day, so it's a good day to be outside.
That's good. Well, I'm Latrice McDowney. I've been working with Smith Buckland for approximately 7 years. I'm the sales representative. I go out and contact each organization and each company to come along with our company.
Awesome.
All right. So just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Valerie Keeling. I go to George Mason University, and I'll be graduating in May. I'm majoring in communications with a concentration in interpersonal and organizational. I'm excited to go out into the workforce, and this is one of my first interviews, so I'm very excited.
Okay. So exactly what do you want to do with your communications major in like the long run?
Long run, I would really like to work with people, work with clients, just really be out there, introducing myself, getting to know people. I really like interacting with people, so I really hope to have that. I hope long term to continue with a communications job field and just be able to be happy with my job and support myself for my wants and needs.
All right. So what do you consider to be one of your weaknesses, and how can you turn that weakness into a strength?
One of my weaknesses, I would say, is that I am a very independent worker. I like working by myself, and I feel like I work better by myself. But to change that into a strength, I just need to focus on working with groups and becoming maybe more of a follower instead of a leader.
But even when you work in a group, do you think that you will still progress and also be a leader at the same time and just not fall back and be a follower?
Absolutely. I do think I have the qualities to be a leader and a follower. It's just incorporating that with other people, which I think I'm very capable of achieving.
Okay. So how do your specific qualifications relate to this position?
Well, I have worked in sales before, retail, so I'm very good with customer service. I have learned to deal with maybe not the happiest of customers and to make sure that they come out satisfied with their experience. I have worked with Microsoft Office. I hope to take an Excel class because I would like to raise my intelligence in Excel because I think it's very necessary.
Okay. So are you just like proficient in Microsoft, or?
I would say I'm proficient, yes.
Okay. And do you have a lot of skills with PowerPoint? Because usually we do lots of PowerPoints to promote to other organizations.
I do. I've been using PowerPoint probably since elementary school, so I'm very familiar with it, yes.
Okay. So what are your career objectives long term?
Long term, I would eventually like to move up. I would like to just grow as a person, maybe one day, maybe 10 years down the line, open up something for myself that is also working with clients, but just to learn the ropes and be involved with the community and everything like that.
And when you say you want to open up something for yourself, exactly what do you want to open up like?
I haven't thought about that yet, but I'm very interested in working with people, maybe something to work with other clients in parties or meetings, just planning that for them.
Okay. So, give an example of an important goal that you have set for yourself, and how do you plan on reaching this goal?
An important goal that I've set for myself would be to graduate college. I had a sibling that did not go to college, and my mother really wants one of her children to graduate. So that's always been an important goal of mine, not just for myself, but for my family. And I'm on that track, so in May I'll be graduating, so I'm almost accomplished that goal.
All right, and why do you think that we should hire you?
I think that you should hire me because I have all of the skills that are required for this job. I'm a good people person. I enjoy working with clients. I'm hardworking. I'm dedicated. I'm always on time. That's one of my
Excellent.
things that I really make sure to do, and I think I would be a good asset to your corporation.
All right. So, if you were given this job, what are the first 3 things that you would do coming into this position?
The first 3 things I would do. The first one would be to meet, my employees, my other employees, my coworkers, just to establish a relationship so we are able to work well together. My second thing would be to see what maybe I can improve on that the company needs to raise my skill level. And the third thing would be what the company might need that I can offer, the skills that I have that I could apply to your company.
Excellent. All right, and what would your last employers say about your workability?
My last employers would say that I'm always on time, I'm hardworking, I get along well with our clients and customers, I've never had a bad review, and I'm dedicated and I like my job. I'm always happy to work. So.
Excellent. So I've learned a little bit about you. Exactly what can you tell me about us?
You were founded in 1949. Your mission is to just always have your clients be happy. You always want to have opportunities for your clients or your employers to progress and grow. You have tons of insurance coverage. I really like the fact that you guys offer a fitness opportunity. You have fitness options where you can go to the gym for your employers, and I think that's always really important to be healthy. Another thing that I really like is just how you work with nonprofits. You work with the government, you work with education clients, and I think that's great.
Okay. So we're also located in Chicago as well as Washington, D.C. Would you be able to relocate if necessary?
Absolutely. I've always dreamt about living in Chicago, which is great, and I grew up in D.C., so I'm comfortable living both in both areas.
All right. I think that's it for today.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. It was nice meeting you.
Yes, it was nice meeting you too.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank
We'll
you.
give you a call.